You know what? I don't think side characters really matter. Say that again. I dare you. I did not know that you can be that creepy. I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna. Yeah. SpongeBob without Patrick, Avatar without Zuko, Jurassic Park without Ian, Black Widow without Yelena, Attack on Titan without Levi. It's like missing the plus sign. It doesn't add. So, the real question is, do side characters matter? Well, let's go with the reference from earlier, SpongeBob. And before anybody says it about Patrick and Squidward being main characters, it's called SpongeBob SquarePants. And they wouldn't have created a totally different show for Patrick if he was the main character. Anyway, side characters or supporting characters are there to interact with your character, which is beautiful because they have a story going along for themselves. At least they should. No side characters shouldn't have their own problems or experience that they are going through in life, and especially they should not be just an add-on to the main character. So, note the difference between add-on and interact. Let's start with interact. Interact equals real side character. A real side character either helps or hinders the main character. Like when Patrick shows up and talks to SpongeBob about the trophy episode. You might feel like the episode's about Patrick, but we're still following SpongeBob. We see him help his friend, we see him get frustrated at his friend, and we see how it impacts him. That's interaction. A add-on equals a weak side character. An add-on character is just there. Like in Good Luck Charlie, Teddy and Ivy. They're best friends, comic relief when they're together, occasional chaos too. But honestly, I had to look up Ivy's name. I remember her face, but not her name. That's the difference. They're not bad characters, but they feel more like props than people. Take for example Oswald. Oswald in the background. He's just a prop. I'm sorry for saying that, Oswald, but it is true. He's just a prop. And with props, the problem comes when side characters are only used as a plot device. They just show up, they die, they disappear. All just to make the character feel something. And that's lazy to me. If that side character meant a lot to the main character, we should see that. Either in flashbacks or retelling by the main character, and mostly many other ways you can do that. I just do not like when the main character suddenly forgets about the side character that was so important to them, that they had this whole thing, this whole moment where they're like, don't go, and then like a day later they're like, what's that character name again? Side characters should have their own struggles, their own motives, their own quiet stories happening off screen because they're people too. I also particularly like when the main character doesn't even know what's going on with the side characters sometimes. They just see stuff like, oh, I saw this character getting together with this character. It really didn't matter to me, but they told me about it or I saw it happening. And it's like you as the audience know about it, but it's like they're having their whole other thing going on. So I just love stories with a lot of strong side characters like the Hunger Games, even though I stopped after the second one because the granny died, which just proves my point. Good side characters hurt when they're gone. Maze Runner, Noon and Fry Pan, Frozone from The Incredibles, Honey, where's my super suit? And so many more. I really believe side characters matters. I don't know how many times I said this, but I want to get my point across. They have lives, motives, connection. Who are they? What drives them? Why do they clash with or help the main character? That's what makes creating fun. Creating a TV show, writing a book, a movie, or whatever. It's fun because it's a life with a bunch of side characters. Sometimes I add a character to my book and suddenly they become important. Or sometimes they're just passerbys, and that's actually realistic. It reminds me of this moment in high school, my senior year in art class. This person said, I don't know any of y'all. Y'all are just side characters in my story. He didn't say exactly like that, but it was similar. It was similar pretense. And honestly, he wasn't wrong. He was the main character in his life, and I was in mine. So, do side characters matter? I think they do. Now I want to know what you think. Leave your answers down below. Class is dismissed. I'll see y'all around. Bye bye.